Hey, Mean Matt here. So, No Mercy was last night. I was gonna do a prediction show, but I didn't end up doing that. I went home for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you little fuckers out there. So, uh, this was. I saw Talking Smack last night. I got back just in time for that. You know, it's just really amazing how you have Raw, who's it's been around for 20, 23 years. Well, roughly. You know. Yeah, about that. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, so, for the pre-show, you had the Hype Bros, which was Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawlings, and American Alpha, which had Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, of course, defeating the Ascension, Connor, and Victor, which look a lot more like cartoons. And normally I'd say they look cool, but they just look sillier and sillier as the time goes. And the Vaudevillains, Simon Gotch and Aiden English. So Hype Bros and American Alpha won, which I think is cool. At least Zack Ryder gets a win in this one. Not much I could say, really. And then we had the main No Mercy show. I'm looking here on Wikipedia, and it kind of has the main event in the beginning. So I'm just gonna leave that to the end. And I haven't watched the show yet, as you might have noticed. I just saw bits and pieces on Talking Smack. I heard it was awesome, and it was. As I can see here, you had Nikki Bella defeating Carmella. Again, not again, but here's the thing, and this is kind of what bothers me, is that sometimes in the WWE, it's mainly the WWE that does this, is they have somebody will attack somebody random with no real backstory or explanation as to why. So, these attacks on Nikki Bella from Carmella, I never really understood. So, there you go. That's kind of how it is, and it's unfortunate. But Nikki Bella won this match. Then you had the Heath Slater and Rhino, the tag team champions of SmackDown, defeating the Usos. And that was cool. I harken back to we need heels and faces back then, back in the 90s, when you had these odd vignettes and crazy tag teams that you don't think belong together, but actually work very well. And these guys work very well. And the Usos with this new attitude, and there was a lot of, maybe they should get the championship. I don't think that really worked out for their favor in this one, but we'll see how it goes in the near future. Maybe Survivor Series. But Heath Slater and Rhino won and retained the title after Rhino hit a GAR! I had to do that. Then you had the Justice match. The second Justice match, I should say. Baron Corbin actually defeating Jack Swagger. I don't have an ounce of respect for Swagger. It has nothing to do with the We the People thing. Whatever, it is what it is. I just do not like Jack Swagger. Never have, never will. Um, on SmackDown, if you guys saw it, a bullshit ending was Jack Swagger going over Baron Corbin when Baron Corbin looked like he was tapping, but he was really reaching for the ropes. And for some reason, the referee figured he was tapping, so Jack Swagger won. So, by no mercy, you had Baron Corbin go over Jack Swagger. And, yeah, hitting the end of days. Then you had the title versus the career. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. The Miz being the champion, of course, of the Intercontinental Championship. And you had Dolph Ziggler putting up his career. You know, I never really understood why people don't like Dolph Ziggler. I mean, it's not like he hasn't lost every match that he's been in. Yes, he's had many opportunities where I think even like the last pay-per-view that they had, the Clash of Champions, where Dolph Ziggler lost to fuck Dean Ambrose. He could have been a WWE champion, but in this case, so he went after The Miz. They're both Ohio natives. The thing is, is that Dolph Ziggler should have kept going for the title, the WWE title, but he's already been multiple-time Intercontinental Champion. Anyways, there was several close falls, and unfortunately, or fortunately, it didn't phase Ziggler. Even the perfume to the eyes by Maurice. And Dolph Ziggler got the win. And new Intercontinental Champion. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that, escalates, because it's kind of like, okay, well, can he now put up or shut up? Like, can he change his ways and like change his wrestling ways, and maybe because it's all talk right now, and even though he's won a championship in his career, it's still up in the air if he could still prove it. I don't know. I like to think that he can. We'll see. Then you had this bullshit match, and I say bullshit because it was supposed to be Becky Lynch taking on Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, Becky Lynch was injured and was sent to the hospital at some point. Not sure what the hell happened there, but Naomi came out and then they had a match, and Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss, even though she got #1 contender for the championship, didn't get a chance to get the award match. Unfortunate, but apparently that's how it is. Then we had Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton once again. Another guy, Randy Orton, not Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, who fucking doesn't get a lot of wins, unfortunately, since he's been to the WWE with this very cool gimmick that I think, and it's unfortunate, and I think that now, I mean, here's the thing too, like, he won this match, finally got a win, but it was to the return of Luke Harper, which is fine, I guess. I was expecting, I think we were all expecting, this Sister Abigail person to come in. But that didn't happen, so It was Luke Harper instead. But Bray Wyatt won, which he really needed it. And then we got to the main event. AJ Styles took on Dean Ambrose and John Cena in a triple threat. I've gotten people, they talk smack about John Cena quite a bit, and that's understandable. I think there's a lot of that. But here's the thing, John Cena is, I can't say stale, Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, I don't know. I think there's a lot of, he needs to upgrade. And he hasn't upgraded for over 14 years. So, it may be less. So, there's gotta be a way for him to do that. But, there's a lot of this whole... He doesn't sell very well, by the way. I mean, it keeps getting injured. He should play it, or he stays out for a few months, but he ends up coming back early. Then you have AJ Styles, who's had every championship in the WWE. TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan. I don't know if he's actually won the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship, but you get where I'm going. He's been multiple champion everywhere. And then Dean Ambrose, who's not very well liked. He's like the new age, hardcore type guy like Terry Funk and Mick Foley. I know that's gonna be frowned upon, but I like Dean Ambrose. I always have. He's a psycho character that I've always I really enjoy. But AJ Styles retained. That's awesome. This was an awesome pay-per-view. This to me is, what a pay-per-view should be. There was no bullshit ending. There was the person that got their they were beaten up a lot. They get theirs in the end. So this was a good pay-per-view. I can't, and it's a shame because Raw's been around way longer than SmackDown, and SmackDown keeps kicking their ass. So that's it from me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.